Hello, the internet.
Hello.
It's the 31st of December. I wanted to do this video back in November.
We got the plague.
Yeah, and we're disorganised. Anyway, so this is my planner lineup for the year for 2024.
This one.
It's a 6-book system. It feels excessive, but actually I'm going to argue my way out of it.
Sorry, wait. This is your system.
This is the system tower. Okay, so the first thing, I'm not going to open this one up because I've been working in it. This is my morning book, and this is where there are some like self-help type books. Like one of them is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, which is an excellent book, which your brother actually gave me for Christmas last year.
Oh, sorry, 2 seconds. Plague.
Carry on. And so there's like a bunch of, this is like journaling exercises and like self-help question-y type things.
Okay.
Which I work in the morning at the writing desk. So this is the morning book. It's just normal dot grid paper.
Oh, beautiful. And you can see the dots.
And you can see the dots because it's not designed for infants.
If you look through the videos, there was one of the books that one of the journals that Fran made last year.
Michael, make the noise. Bing! That is a playlist to the journal that you can't see the dots in.
Was it the Susie?
It was the Susie.
I think it was the Susie.
And do you know we actually haven't finished recording the Susie for December for this year.
Well, don't tell them. They don't know. And the dots were so faint in the Susie that Fran would often tell me how horrible it was.
It was awful. They were so faint. Beautiful journal, wonderful paper, lovely for like creative stuff, but absolutely miserable to work in at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're running late. So it's a bit dirty. This is my bedtime book.
What's this letter?
That's a Z. So this is a Zen Art dot grid journal. I got it from Amazon. It's really nice. It's got like the Japanese. Oh no, that's not even in shot. It's got the Japanese print on the side, and there's the website that you get sent to from all of the like literature that comes. I don't think any of it's actually in there anymore. Oh, maybe it is. No, that's just spare paper. But essentially, there's this lady. Her name is Ardek, who set up this company, and it's just really wholesome, good quality paper. Just really like it. Anyway, so it's got the index. Never going to use the index. That is the unerased because I never got to it.
Like you're going to never use the index. Somebody could.
Somebody might use the index.
Right. Okay.
I've got my little Serenity Prayer to bring me into the year. Then I have my weight graph. So I have 47 sections, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if that's going to be like 47 units of an arbitrary amount of weight. It might be.
Is this because you weigh 47 Michaels?
I do. I weigh 47.
And you're hoping
Michaels.
to get rid of it in 26 francs.
So this is the week number. Essentially, I've got a space here, and then each of these boxes is the Mondays. So I'm gonna be writing down. I'm gonna be weighing myself daily, not because I obsess about it, but because if I don't do it as a daily habit, then I forget to do it at all.
So this is this is a very technical term, a calendar.
Yeah, this is a weight. This is a weight graph tracker. But instead of normally, if you're doing like a weight loss graph, you would start at the top and like watch the arrow come down. But I think I'm going to do like a cumulative weight loss. But I don't know if I'm going to do like this might be like a percentage of my goal. So I might get to the first 47%, and then if I reach 47% of my goal, I'll start down again from the next 47%.
Where you haven't started it yet, you are in the beautiful position of deciding whether or not you want the graph to go down or up.
Exactly.
Oh, maths. I love it.
Though it's definitely going to go up because it says weight lost. So it's going to accumulate as weight lost.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so then this is my long-term, when did I last sort of list. So I've started writing in the plants from this end. I've got quite a lot of plants. I've recently killed quite a lot of plants.
It was horrible. She went around with a knife.
It was.
Covered in blood.
They actually gave, I don't know where it came from, but there was a theme song.
There are some plants that scream for their lives. Do you know that?
The
night, they hear you coming.
I tried really hard. I think I overwatered a lot of plants because I was so worried about neglecting them that I overwatered them, which apparently is just as bad. And then I also have some chores that are like, I can never remember when I last changed the bed sheets. because my my comparative memory is very poor. So this way I can just be like, when I'm like, we're going to change bed sheets tomorrow morning.
Also, we thought we were being really clever, and we got a bunch of bed sheets that look the same.
Yeah, it's really. It's
and
not
now
clever.
we changed them. Wait,
Yeah.
did we?
Yeah.
When did we change them?
So I'm going to change them tomorrow morning on January 1st because that's quite nice.
Okay.
And then I'll be able to look at this page. I'll come back to this page every day because I will be checking off when I last watered or checked on the plants.
Okay.
But I don't need to fill in everything on this page. And I've left myself space. Instead of trying to populate the whole list and be like, this is everything that I need to think about, I'm just going to fill it as the year progresses. And as I'm like, oh, I've done this, I should make a note that I've done this because I'm going to forget that I've done this. Then I'll just put it in there. So plants are going to come this way, drawers are going to come this way. If I run out of space, that is a problem for future Fran.
So you do the weight thing on Mondays and you do this thing every day?
Yeah, but I'll weigh myself every day.
Are you in the mornings? Is this one in the mornings? Because
Yeah.
that one was in the mornings, wasn't it?
That one was in the mornings. So this one isn't specifically morning. I mean, I'm calling it my bedtime book, but I will weigh myself and then go back to the bedroom to get dressed. So that's when I will fill in the data here. But it's a little secret Dutch door, so it's all nice and hidden.
Oh, I love a Dutch door.
This will get filled in probably at bedtime, as I've done historically. A little Dutch door again.
Oh, lovely.
And so that way I don't have to write out all of the tasks. You can see that I had other plans for these pages, and I never got around to erasing stuff.
You want to drop a thing now and do a transition?
I do not.
I can't do that.
I do not want to do that. Anyway, so I'll erase those as I go. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Then again, I also haven't erased there. I didn't decorate this. I thought I might, but I didn't care enough.
But it's okay, everyone, because it's for her.
It's for me.
It will be decorated throughout the year.
It probably
You
won't.
should do this again at the end of the year.
I probably won't.
December 31st,
Yeah.
2024.
But the daily reflections are essentially the same. Every spread is the same.
Oh,
And
now
it's
what
just-
are these?
These are stickers.
Oh,
Black stickers.
they look nice.
So you've just got the days of the week.
Where do you get the stickers from? Who are we not sponsored by?
I just got them online.
On the line.
We're not sponsored by the internet.
It's one of them.
It's one
Is
of
it
them.
like Etsy or Amazon or?
I honestly don't remember. I've got
She
lots
buys
of,
so many stickers.
I have so many stickers. I've got
Okay,
like
fair.
4 more packs of these.
Sorry, I thought that was one of those times that you were going to be like, good question. Nope.
No, bad question.
Bad question. Bad Michael.
So it's 6 days on the spread. So I only got up to Saturday, and then the next week starts on the Sunday and goes to Friday, and then starts on Sunday. But because I have written Saturday, so I just wrote Sunday. I was like, because actually,
I'm sure that doesn't go wrong at any point in the book.
Well, no, but what happened is I actually
January 13th, for everyone that was wondering, was when it went wrong.
From here,
13 days.
from March the 7th until oh my god, until August the 22nd, I actually wrote the wrong day on every single day.
Oh, I see the little...
to cut
oh,
out.
God.
And that's actually the whole reason why.
This is why you've been in a bad mood the whole month.
This bit here is only cut out because I needed all of the paper to cut and stick onto those bits.
She's been coming out of her office going, fresh.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's just, it's a space to write a little paragraph. Not very much, but just a little paragraph, something small, just to say what happened in the day and if I have any thoughts or reflections or anything. So it's like a journal, but with none of the pressure of it having to be like a journal. And then I can always go back and I did this this year. I maintained it right up until we started having the building works, and then I lost track of my entire life. But sometimes I would get to Sunday and be like, oh, I didn't fill in Friday, so I will go back and be like, filling this in on Sunday. I did this today.
Sure. Okay.
This is as much as I remember. Okay. So that's the morning book and the bedtime book.
Morning book, Zen book.
Then we have this is also going to live by the bedside. This is the creative journal.
Wait, who's this one not sponsored by?
This is not sponsored by Scribbles That Matter.
Scribbles That Matter.
This is my creative journal and my financial journal. So I've got my yearly overview habit tracker.
Oh wow. So a lot of symbols.
A lot of symbols. I wanted it to be, one error that I made with the journal from last year was I needed too many colours. I needed too many pens at night when I've just got my little half bedside light on. I didn't have enough visibility to fill in all of the things that I wanted to fill in, and then I got too far behind. So this time I've done everything in such a way that I can fill it in with a single black pen.
Okay, one thing that does upset me slightly is that this eye grain. Eye grain's very horrible. I think you'll all understand what we mean when we say eye grain, a headache where you feel it in your, like, behind your eye. But it's a really cute symbol. So you kind of want loads of them in the book.
No. Then this is my first quarter contextualizer. So I've done some goal stuff, which we don't particularly need to look at. And then here I'm just going to be like, every day I'm just going to write down like 2 words of what I did, so that I can look back at the end of 3 months and be like, oh hey, I actually did some work.
Okay.
And then this is a journal setup that we haven't actually filmed yet. That's just tape.
Should I ask?
The internet.
The internet.
This is going to be where I track my money.
Okay.
Because I found that having a list doesn't work for me because it gets too far out of order. So this is where I'm going to track my money. And then I have also got weekly spreads for details. These are going to be notes for like if I have creative. This is like goal setting, planning. So goal setting and planning, creative journaling, just so that I get to like do something a bit creative, because I've got pre-printed journals for the rest. And
this is a little bit of a theme, isn't it? That it's all joined up.
Yeah, I just really like
the writing
it. I just
all the way
really
through.
like
It's
it.
quite nice.
I think it is an easy way to make it look nice. And so here, I'm not totally sure what will end up going in here. Possibly nothing. Possibly occasionally something.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter if this bit remains empty. The function of the journal is a whole. And so I've got January set up. I don't have February set up.
It probably doesn't help that you wrote July though.
Yeah, well,
January, July. No, awful.
Well, again, this journal has gone through many different iterations of planning. So there's like pencil lines all over the place where I've been like experimenting with stuff.
A lot of stickers, post-it notes, and tape and things in this house.
Yeah. So this is my today, tomorrow, yesteryear book, as Michael called it. And
I didn't call it. You called it that.
You called it the yesteryear book, because you're making fun of me.
That sounds like
so me. This doesn't. I'll be in this every day, or like. But it's not like if I miss it today, I can fill it in tomorrow.
Okay.
Or I can fill it in for yesterday. I can fill it in tomorrow. It's not super duper urgent, but it's like I wouldn't want to skip it 2 days in a row.
Sure. You don't want to be playing catch up.
Exactly. So this feels excessive, but these 2 books are basically the same thing. So this is a Christmas present.
Are they from the same place?
They are from the same place. So this was my Christmas present from my mother. These are, I've got the Hobonichi Techo cousin in.
I was going to do that as a song, but I didn't want to.
No, thank you. In the A5. I've used it a little bit for planning this week. We've done nothing, but I've used it in January a little bit for planning already. I haven't got. Oh, I've got a pap smear. I haven't planned anything for January yet, but I've put in my tabs a little bit, and I've got my tabs ready for the daily pages. I've got a whole plan on this, on how I'm going to use the pages. I've been watching so many videos, and there's something about.
Who do you watch?
I watch. There's Rachel in Theory.
Okay.
Who I really, really love the way that she talks about it. There's Cindy Guerrero, something with a B. She's amazing. She swears a lot, and she's like super like honest about her journaling, and she swears all the time. And she's just very like rough and ready with what she does, but she has great insights. I also watch more than anyone. I think there's a channel called How to ADHD, which is she doesn't do journals, but she talks about ADHD life, and it's amazing. Anyway, so there's something.
If, by the way, you've been watching our videos and haven't guessed that ADHD is a large part of our life.
Ah, huge part.
Then I don't know what you've really been taking away from the videos.
But there's something about like I see all of these people. I see all these like YouTubers who've got these channels. Oh no, I've ruined it already.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
The sticker.
It's fine.
Oh, no.
It's fine. It'll flatten.
Flatten.
But there's these YouTubers, and they always have like beautiful nails, and they're always really calm, and they like talk really gently. And there's just something about the way they turn the pages. They all have these Hobonichis. Coffee Monsters is someone who just has the air of someone who has her shit together. And
wait, can we swear on our channel?
Apparently.
What?
But there's something about the way that these women that just are so wonderful. There's something about the way that they just very delicately turn these pages are so thin. They're like 54 GSM. They ghost all over the place, but they don't bleed.
So you're hoping that the delicacy of these books will bring out the beautifully nailed hands in you.
Well, do you know what? I like the way the book makes me feel.
Yeah, she so when she got this, she told me how much they are,
Ooh.
and I went, what? And then she made me touch the pages, which I was obviously apprehensive to do because it cost more than my salary. And honestly, the feel of it is crazy. Like, it feels like a fabric.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like paper.
It's a very beautiful book, and I know, like, I don't
think you could get a paper cut on this. I think you would really have to try.
Yeah.
And it would take a quarter of the book.
Yeah. But like I've been journaling since 2020, right? Like I've put in some time into like figuring out what works and what doesn't. And I feel like this vertical weekly spread is a view that I've been using a lot in like my little notebooks. Like I've got
and the tabs, are they part of the book?
No, the tabs I put them in myself.
Oh, they're brilliant.
This book here. So this I've been setting up weekly spreads and stuff here.
Okay.
And like I've been experimenting a few times. Like I would come back to this sort of idea of time blocking, but the effort. I mean, you can see that there's like whole swathes of pages that I've just absolutely not used. I mean that's the other side of it. I'm unsure what I'm going to find in here, so I don't want to reveal too much. But like I've just basically been I've been using this like a scratchbook, right? And I think this as a layout is a layout that I think will work for me for like planning. And then having the daily pages as well means that I've just got a little bit of space to make something pretty.
Okay.
Or like make my notes or do my like brain maps or whatever.
Okay, so quick summary then. Purpose of this book?
This book is essentially going to come with me from the desk to the bedroom. So it's a diary. So I put appointments in here. So the monthly overviews are where I'll have the appointments. I've also this month I was using the monthly overviews for just like a quick list of to-dos. And then I had like some trackers for projects that I'm working on and stuff. I think what I'm going to do, I took a photocopy of this and I did some practice spreads to see how I used it. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use these spreads to block in the fixed appointments, things that are not flexible. Mm-hmm. And then I can see I can visually see what time I have remaining.
Excellent.
Because then I can gauge and I can go, okay, well, I've got a big block here. I can do something, because I like to do deep work. I don't like to work on like something for 45 minutes and then stop. I'm like, if I'm going to work on something, I want to work on it for like 6 hours without blinking.
Yeah, and this stuff kind of reminds me of how like an Outlook calendar works, where you block out.
Yeah, so I can block out. In fact, I've got these, which were there just to like, all of this has fallen through the gym stuff because I'm too poorly to go to the gym at the moment. But anyway, so it just means I can visually see the time. And then the daily pages, I'm going to have a little thought of the day that I get sent by email every day. Here I'm going to be tracking my food in the little, because they've got a little mini calendar there with the 24-hour.
Oh, lovely.
So I'll track my food and my calories and stuff. And then in this bit underneath, I think I'm going to write a little bit of Polish every day because I want to practice Polish output as well as just like the passive reading and the stuff on Duolingo. So I'll try and come up with like a phrase or a sentence or something every day in Polish. Gratitude. I've been writing 10 things I'm grateful for every day. So far I've been doing it in my morning book, but I'm going to transfer that across into this book so that I don't have to do it at a specific time. I can do it throughout the day. And then I should have about this much space remaining. And I figure that like it will be like my study of the day of some kind.
Okay, and are these like little fun quotes?
They are little fun quotes. And they're all Japanese people because it's a Japanese brand.
Okay.
So this is the Hobonichi Techo. This is the original. It's an A6, so it's literally half the size. This is essentially exactly the same thing, right?
Oh, it's your baby.
But the idea is that this stays in my handbag.
Okay.
So the monthly spreads will be like correlated to each other, or like so they'll if every couple of days I'll go through both books together. I'll get them both out, put them out together, and make sure they're in line with each other. But it means that I can carry this around and make plans. But also then I've got the daily pages. So if we're traveling, if we go to see your family, then I can make notes on like all of the different trackers and all of the different bits and pieces that I have in different books. I can just make those notes here, and then I can fill them in later. So I don't have to take 6 books with me everywhere. I can take this book with me, and this book will do that, solve the problem. But equally, like today, like we went to the garden centre, we sat and we would have had a coffee if the coffee shop hadn't closed, but we would have had a coffee, and that's the kind of time when me and my mum would sit down and be like, right, what's a set of what's the brain dump? What do we need to like think about?
Okay.
So I would then put that in this book here. Sure. So this is like an out and about on the go version of this, but this and this fill the same function.
Okay.
Like this and this is one book system.
Okay.
They're just 2 separate books. And then this is the last book. This book I actually bought after I told you that I wasn't buying any more journals.
wait, hold on. So let's look at the front.
So this is a Wonderland 222.
Wonderland, that's a great logo. Look at that.
It's lovely. I got it from a website called Miso Paper.
It's made of 2 ticks. That's brilliant.
I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It gives you it subliminally tells you it's a positive thing, you see.
Yes, it does. This is another one with the Tomoe River paper, which is that very, very thin paper. It's got enough pages for 365 pages a day, but they're undated.
365 pages a day?
No,
that seems
days
a lot.
a year.
Okay.
Pages a day. A page a day for a whole year.
Okay, gotcha.
But they're undated, and this book I think is going to live by my desk, and I've been using it already for like note taking. And this is going to be like my scratchbook. So I have been using this book as a scratchbook, but this book, because the paper is quite thick, it feels like it's quite nice paper.
Okay.
So I kind of feel like I don't know, there's something about this thin paper that feels like more expendable. And because I know that in theory, if I have 1 page a day, I know that this will last me the whole year. Whereas this book, I don't know how long it will last me.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So there's something,
I get you.
There's something very nice about going, I don't have to use a page a day, but I know that this book will last me at least 1 year. And in fact, you know, at the beginning, I did, so the first entry that I did was on the 20th of December, and I did like 2 or 3 pages of stuff, but then I didn't do anything between like the 24th and the 30th. So I think it will last me more than a year, but because it will last me more than a year, because I'm not going to be working every single day, it means that if I do have to go across 2 or 3 pages, I'm not going to be anxious about it. Okay. And the paper is very nice. Again, it's that really nice thin paper that like makes me feel delicate.
So, like these ones?
It's the same paper as those ones.
Oh, right. Is this also super expensive? It was.
It was less expensive.
It was less expensive.
It wasn't much less expensive.
I mean, I don't say this as an insult to any of the books. We always like the brands.
We do like the brands, and the thing is as well is that the only reason they're expensive is because of the import. Because actually, when you look on the Hobonichi website, the price for in UK pounds is like £20.
So it's like a decently priced notebook. It's just getting it in to travel all the way here.
Exactly. And
like wine.
Like wine, exactly. And actually, like one of these books, I think these books were in the sort of 13 to 20 region each. And I think these books are not actually much cheaper than these books, but these books have got, you know, half a world of shipping and handling to go through, whereas these books do not.
So this is your system.
This is my system.
Straightforward.
Simple. I think it's quite straightforward.
You're missing one.
Oh well, we don't know. That's the morning book. So these books, these 3 are like journaling.
Okay.
These 3.
Yeah, they're in shop. Yeah.
These 3 are like planning. In fact, I would even go as far as to say these 4 are journaling. But this one here is this is like a work notebook. Okay. This is like, if I have a meeting, I'll take notes in this book because I can give it its own day, and then I know that it will be in chronological order. And I'll have a note in this book and this book of when the meeting was, and then I'll be able to find it in this book.
Right.
That's it. That's Michael Hand. Everybody point and laugh. I feel really rough.
No. Yeah, we've had this thing, and recently a neighbour of ours was talking to me, and he said, "Oh, you've got that thing that's going around. People are calling it the 100-day cough." And honestly, I nearly killed him. I was filled with a rage. I know it's not his fault. It's not. We didn't get it from him, but just the 100-day cough.
Yeah.
I really hope it's not.
Absolutely miserable. Anyway, we'll leave there because that's been just under half an hour, and it seems quite excessive to literally just talk about books that I haven't done anything in yet.
But this is your system.
This is my system. It feels excessive when you look at it, but actually, actually, these two are basically just notebooks. They're not doing anything that any other notebook wouldn't accomplish. They're just notebooks. These have had a bit of work put into them. So we've got 3 categories. These are the notebooks for making notes. These are journals that I have done something interesting in, and in a way to set them up. And these are just a diary planner that is pre-printed and cost my mother more money than I care to admit. But you know what? She loves giving gifts, and she can only give gifts to people who are willing to receive them. And if everyone's like, "Oh no, don't spend any money on me," then she never gets to give the gift that she wants to.
Yeah, that's never been a problem in your adult life, has it?
No.
There are a lot of people who they come to sort of older age and they go, "Oh no, I don't want anything." No, we always know exactly what we want every year. It's more notebooks. And please feel free to comment below how many notebooks you think will be in Fran's 2024 collection.
This is the 2024 collection.
Sorry, 2025 collection. Place your bets now. How many journals?
Alright, my question is, how many of these do you think are still going to be in use at the end of 2024?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I reckon none of them. I reckon I'm going to have 6 completely different books by the end of 2024. And I'll be like, but it's actually very reasonable, and let me tell you why. Oh God. You're so patient, I love you. Alright. Thank you, the internet.
Bye.
Good night.